welcome. My name is Chris Baldwin. I'm the VP and General Manager here at PTC for our ThingWorx platform. We're happy to meet with you today and share all the latest updates in our ThingWorx 10.0 release, and also a look at our roadmap. I'd also like to introduce Sebastian Bergner, our Director of Technical Demo Development, and our guest speakers from Microsoft, Rabia Piacentini, our Senior Partner Solution Architect, as well as Andrew Peckat, a Senior Digital Manufacturing IoT Engineer from ADTI, a customer who will be joining us as our presentation proceeds. Really, I'd like to start out by describing, ultimately with ThingWorx, the power of our platform. As we all know well, Kepware and ThingWorx are really fantastic platform for your digital transformation within the factory, connecting to all of your machines, your people, and your systems across the factory landscape, and really bringing all that data into the ThingWorx platform in use of our contextualization and our Thing model to drive out insights and logic, alerts, and also application building. It's a low-code platform that we continue to invest in to allow developers to continue to innovate and create answers and leverage the industrial data that they've collected from all of these sources. What we also offer within the platform is a collection of what we call building blocks, and these are defined elements and components that you can use, so you don't have to start from scratch. It's really PTC's domain expertise in manufacturing and in service in reusable components that you can use to build your own applications. And really, above all, what we also offer here is additional applications for performance management, asset monitoring utilization, as well as connected work cell type applications that we've developed that are really, again, PTC's domain expertise for really common use cases that we're making available to you on this platform. And really, more recently, what we'll share today are some exciting updates we have on the use of Gen AI, capitalizing on all the industrial data that you've brought into the ThingWorx platform for use in large language models applications, enterprise data lakes, and really decision-making across your enterprise. We'd also like to highlight here that as you look across the industry, there are a lot of different players that are playing in manufacturing and service within the IoT platform game. And what you'll see, here are three key examples from Quadrant, from IDC, and from Nucleus of throughout the years, there have been many people that are playing in these assessments, but there's one enduring constant in each and every assessment and one long-standing leader, and that's PTC. And that's a testament to the work that we do with our customers, the breadth of functionality we have in our platform, and our continued innovation from ThingWorx that you'll see in releases like 10.0. As we think about what are the values that manufacturers are seeing from use of ThingWorx platform, it really comes down to three key use cases. For engineering, we have a very high degree of capability in delivering engineering information all across the enterprise, from your PLM system, your CAD system, delivering work instructions, 3D diagrams, bill of material. All of that very relevant information is highly valuable across the enterprise, and ThingWorx has been a great vehicle to deliver that information in a usable and performant way. Within manufacturing, we're also very much centered on management of performance and efficiency. And so we can use all of this data within the platform to look for bottlenecks, look for inefficiencies, and maintain the very valuable uptime of the production process. We also have a great degree of capability around identifying quality issues, so eliminating scrap and waste and underperformance. Those are all key use cases that manufacturers have that our platform excels at finding and solving. We also offer significant capabilities for frontline and connected workers. So the use of our platform and the connection to machines and systems to help drive better execution, more informed operators and behavior and decision-making, and even augmenting existing systems like MES. What we also offer is life after manufacturing, thinking about assets in the field, high-value, critical applications, wind turbines, MRI machines. These are assets that have a high degree of importance to our customers and their customers, and we use ThingWorx technology to remotely connect to those assets and make sure that they're running safely and efficiently. So now I'm happy to announce that we released ThingWorx 10.0 in June, and it has significant new capabilities, one of our biggest releases ever. As we think about investments and what our customers have been asking for, it's really centered around enterprise scale. It's not just one line, one application, a small set of users. Our applications are being used for a lot of data processing, a lot of important business operations, and the platform needs to be performant and it needs to be available. So we've made significant investments and improvements in 10.0 to make that a reality. We've also introduced some significant updates in terms of developer productivity. It's a very big investment theme for us. And so you'll see new capabilities that we'll walk through around debugging, caching, durable queues, all of these different tool sets, enhancements that we've made that our developers have been asking for that now are available in 10.0. And last, we've also been investing in terms of really capitalizing on all the industrial data that you bring into Kepware and ThingWorx and making that more actionable, more insightful, and really hooking that up also to other processes within your enterprise, like data lakes and large language models, through investments that will demonstrate, like IoT streams. So let's look at IoT streams. This is a significant new capability. It's one of our big features around, again, empowering that industrial data management and providing access to all the contextualized data within the Thing model and bringing that to, again, analytics, reporting, and even generative AI. It's a streaming capability with a Kafka broker on the side of the platform that allows you to extract that data into data lakes and cold storage, all while maintaining the availability of the hot data within the platform for those real-time insights. It significantly enhances the scalability and the reliability of our platform with this robust processing of high volumes of event data, and even through new techniques like I'll share with you around message brokers. This has allowed us to further deepen our partnership with Microsoft, where our customers are looking to leverage ThingWorx 10 to land contextualized data onto OneLake, offered by Microsoft Fabric for advanced analytics and custom AI use cases. And so on that note, I'd love to welcome Rabia Piacentini, our Senior Partner Solution Architect from Microsoft. Rabia, it's great to have you with us. We'd love to hear your perspective on how Microsoft views the power of ThingWorx in Azure, including capabilities that Microsoft Fabric brings to our joint customers to support their digital transformation journey.
Thanks, Chris. Great to be here. Hello, everyone. I'm Rabia Piacentini from Microsoft. I'm excited to share how PTC's ThingWorx 10.0 and Microsoft Fabric are working better together to bridge industrial IoT and cloud AI. This powerful integration unlocks real-time intelligence, empowers frontline innovation, and democratizes AI across the enterprise. With Kepware providing industrial connectivity and ThingWorx offering additional context and applications all running top of Azure using Microsoft storage, data management, infrastructure, and security service, customers can build best-in-class industrial solutions without worrying about scalability, security, availability, and much more. ThingWorx 10.0 uses standards like Kafka to stream real-time factory data via IoT streams into Fabric. Fabric ingests this data into EventStream and stores it in OneLake, merging telemetry with enterprise data for scalable intelligence. Microsoft Fabric is an all-in-one SaaS analytics platform that unifies data integration, storage, governance, and analysis. At its core is OneLake, a single logical data lake that brings together streaming and historical data from across your organization, including IoT telemetry from ThingWorx. With Fabric, you get real-time analytics and data factory for seamless ingestion and transformation. You have data flows Gen 2 for visual data preparation at scale. You have shortcuts and mirroring to virtualize and replicate data without duplication. Copilot, an AI assistant that lets users interact with data using natural language, no code required. And also Microsoft Purview, integration for security and governance. Once IoT data is in OneLake, it becomes a foundation for advanced analytics and AI. Use Azure Machine Learning to build predictive maintenance models, detect anomalies in real time with Azure Data Explorer, or Fabric's analytics. Deploy Fabric agents that act on live telemetry, triggering workflows, surfacing insights, or initiating corrective actions.
Awesome. I'm sure our customers will greatly benefit from combining the strengths of both platforms. Sebastian, I'm excited to show our customers a demo of how they can configure Azure Event Hub with the IoT Streams feature to land data in Fabric. Take it away.
Thanks, Chris. To make the integration to message queue providers a seamless experience for developers in ThingWorx Composer, we created two new object types, queue providers and IoT streams. From my demonstration, I already created an Event Hub's namespace in Microsoft Azure. This namespace does not have any event queue created at this time. First, I will need to create a new queue provider in ThingWorx Composer to configure the connection details to Azure Event Hub. I'm entering a name for the message queue, and for the provider package, I select Event Hub's queue provider package. ThingWorx supports Kafka and Microsoft Event Hub as message queue provider. After saving the new entity, I provide the name and connection string for the Azure Event Hub's namespace under the Configuration tab. Next, I need to set the queue provider as an active and add a queue that I want to make available through ThingWorx. To do that, I'm executing the add queue service with the name of the queue and the Event Hub as an input. I also have the option to create both automatically under the Event Hub's namespace if they don't already exist. The queue and Event Hub configuration is added to the declared queues list on the Configuration tab. Developers can add an unlimited number of queues to the event queue provider configuration using the same method. Next, I create an IoT stream entity that will represent the message queue in Composer and makes it accessible to publish property data. In addition to set a name, I'm also asked to set a queue provider and to select the queue name from the declared queue list from that provider. This is all I need to configure on the IoT Stream thing before I can start publishing data to the connected Event Hub. Now that I have set up the connection to the Event Hub message queue, I can test the connection by configuring some ThingWorx properties to publish property data to the queue. Note that the thing I'm using to publish the data to Event Hub does not need to be inherited from any specific thing template or needs to implement any thing shape. I'm editing the 4 properties that are bound to Kepware tags and check the new externally routed option, as well as select at least one IoT stream object as target for the routing. Developers can add multiple IoT streams to publish the property data to multiple message queues. Kepware frequently updates the values of these 4 properties, and each data change event will publish the data with a default payload into the selected Event Hub message queue. In my Microsoft Azure Event Hub's namespace, I can see the automatically created Event Hub entity. Using the Data Explorer, I can view the message published to the Event Hub queue from ThingWorx with each data change event of the 4 properties. The default message queue payload contains the name of the property, the source thing, the timestamp, the quality of the data, and the property value. In an upcoming release, we will add a service to the IoT Stream thing, allowing for custom JSON payloads. With the data now being available in Azure Event Hub, developers can utilize the data analysis power of Microsoft Fabric. In this simple example, I connected the constant data stream from ThingWorx via Event Hub to a lakehouse database, allowing for historical data trending and analysis in Fabric.
Cool stuff. Thank you, Seb. Rabia, what do you think?
This is great. I agree. ThingWorx 10.0 and Microsoft Fabric deliver a unified edge-to-cloud solution that brings industrial data to life, securely, at scale, and with AI at the core. PTC brings deep industrial IoT expertise. Microsoft brings cloud-scale data and AI. Together, they simplify the journey from raw factory data to real-time, AI-driven insights. This is a true better together story, one that empowers industrial organizations to innovate faster, operate smarter, and lead the way into Industry 5.0. Thank you, Chris, for having me and allowing me to join. Appreciate you all in the audience listening in. Hope you all have a wonderful day.
Indeed. Microsoft is a valued technology partner for our infrastructure and our AI strategy. We appreciate your support and your collaboration, and we're excited for what the future holds. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right, next, I'd like to highlight a key capability called durable queues. ThingWorx users can now leverage Kafka as a managed service, such as Azure Event Hub, as a durable queue system to enhance our platform's reliability. Currently, ThingWorx relies on in-memory queues, as shown as the image at the center, for data ingestion, event firing, data persistence, and more. When the data load increases on the platform, think about thousands of connected devices and all those events firing, there's a risk of losing those events. Using something like an external durable message broker provides greater resiliency and reduces the chance of data loss during any failures. It also improves event processing latency by approximately 2 times compared to our in-memory queues. Seb, can you showcase the durable queues feature for our ThingWorx users?
The required setup for integral durable queues for ThingWorx Composer leverages the same message queue provider entities. The system object ThingWorx Queue Provider holds the necessary connection details for the internal queue routing. In my example, I'm utilizing Azure Event Hubs as message queue provider. I prepared the second Event Hubs namespace for the durable queues setup. ThingWorx automatically created Event Hubs for each queue type. On the Event Hub for logged property data, we can see how ThingWorx publishes each data change message for the configured value stream.
Very cool, easy to use, and a very powerful capability. Now I'd like to talk about our new caching capability in ThingWorx 10, which optimizes data loading and processing for ThingWorx-based applications. It significantly boosts repetitive data access performance by orders of magnitude up to 700 times compared to retrieving data from the database or other sources each and every request. That's powerful. It also reduces the strain on databases and back-end systems with this caching system, which enables faster and more efficient operations overall. Let's see this one in action too, Seb.
I'm starting this section by demonstrating the differences in user experience of the same application once with and once without caching implemented. This mashup displays an hour-by-hour weather forecast that ThingWorx is requesting from a weather API. When I click the refresh button, you can see that it takes about 7 seconds to load the full mashup, because weather data and each icon are requested individually through the API. The weather data is requested through multiple API calls. First, we load the hour-by-hour data, then we call the icon URL for each role to get the right icon for each hour of the forecast. Here I prepared the same application, but I already implemented the new caching feature in ThingWorx 10. I start by purging the cache and hit the refresh button to load the data through the weather API like the first version of the app. Even with an initial empty cache, the mashup data loaded in a fraction of the time it took earlier. The reason for the significant improvement is that we are storing every response of the API calls in the cache immediately, what means each individual icon only needs to get requested once from the API. Each additional time that icon is used, it will be loaded from the cache instead of requesting it again. Now weather data and all icons are present in the cache. Any additional mashup load or refresh will only take a fraction of a second. The API does not need to be called again until the data in the cache expires. Next, I will show how I set up the cache for this example in Composer using the new cache thing template. When creating a cache thing, developers can find all relevant caching settings under the Configuration tab. Caches are configured in a very similar way like data tables. I first must assign a data shape that defines what data gets stored in the cache and what is the key value to find that entry. The data shape for the weather data I created has the endpoint URL and the response JSON payload as field definitions, where the URL is configured as the primary key. On the data shape for the icon cache, I defined the icon URL and the icon image as fields. Another important configuration on the cache thing is the cache entry expiration time. That is used to automatically delete cache entries when they are out of date. For the weather forecast data, I set the expiration time to 1 hour. With the caches created and configured, I'm going over the implementation in the application logic to load the weather data. In the version of the service without caching, I'm simply using the ThingWorx content loader functions to call the API for each icon URL in the JSON payload of the weather data response. To optimize the loading behavior using the cache, I extended the service to first query the cache for an entry based on the icon URL key. If there is no cache entry found, the code will call the API, load the image, and put it together with the URL key into the cache. The new caching feature in ThingWorx 10 speeds up SOAP processes such as database queries and external API calls, while minimizing reliance on external systems by providing faster data retrieval. Developers have full control over the cache behavior and the implementation strategy through the similar thing-based approach to manage the caches.
Truly powerful. We're already seeing early results from ThingWorx users benefiting from those caching capabilities in their applications. Next, I'd like to share one of the most popular features of ThingWorx 10.0. As long as I've been at PTC, our customers have been asking me and begging me for a better developer experience. And I'm happy to report in ThingWorx 10, we've added one of the best features for developer productivity in years. Our new debugger is fully integrated into the Composer and allows our developers to debug, step through methods, set conditional breakpoints, and fully assess and troubleshoot their applications. This creates much faster issue resolution. It's native within ThingWorx and doesn't require other tools or any drag on performance, and significantly helps in the development experience and delivery of your applications. We're thrilled to showcase this. Seb, let's take it away.
This new feature provides developers with debugging capabilities they are familiar with from other developer tools. In the ThingWorx Composer JavaScript editor, users can set breakpoints, markers that are temporarily pausing the service execution at a specific line, allowing developers to examine the service state and behavior. Breakpoints can be individually disabled or removed, and the developer can activate or disable all breakpoints in the same service using the context menu. After setting a few breakpoints, the user can hit the debug button that will open the debug tab. In this new tab, the user is presented first with a list of all defined breakpoints, including the ones that are not associated with the currently open service. Each breakpoint can be deactivated or removed from here as well, or the user can use the links to jump to the reference service of that entity. The options on the top of the tab are controlling the flow of the execution, allowing the developer to step into, over, or out of code blocks, as well as continuing to the next breakpoint or stop the service execution. Below the list of breakpoints, the user can find the call stack, a list of references to other services that get called from the code that the user is debugging. When the developer steps into a new code block, the list of variables in the call stack changes to reflect the variables accessible in that scope. Most scope blocks of code are defined by external function calls or inner functions like loops. If those external services also have breakpoints, the editor will jump to that breakpoint in the code of that external service. In the third and last section of the new Debug tab, the developer can see a list of variables and their values at the time of the active breakpoint. When the user clicks on a different stack frames, the debugger will show the last location for that code block and will reflect the variable associated in that code. Using expressions, the most powerful debugging feature, user can add variables to that list, even if those do not exist in the existing code. This eliminates the need of printing variable values in the log or as service result for debugging purposes, streamlining the development process. Speaking about the script log, we also added a tab right next to the Execution and Debug tab in the script editor that shows the script log already filtered to the context of the service the developer has opened, avoiding the need to switch between ThingWorx tabs to view the log.
Amazing. The debugger was delivered as a public preview in 10.0. Please give us your feedback as we work on refining this functionality for our upcoming releases like ThingWorx 10.1. Also look for more developer productivity features around source code version control, integration with tools like Git, and other developer productivity features. All right. Last but not least, the topic of today's session, I really am excited to share about Gen AI updates with ThingWorx. AI is critical for IoT and for manufacturers. And our vision is to be the leading IoT platform which enables AI and applications powered from insights from your industrial data. We believe as our customers are evolving in their journey within smart manufacturing, that AI-powered application development and data insights are going to be the key enabler to help them achieve the promised goal of Industry 5.0. It's very important at PTC when we look across all of our products. There are many practical applications of AI which drive value for customers and also resonate within our investment decisions. We view AI as an amplifier of the value that we deliver in our products. We're building AI capabilities in our products to work with your data access requirements and your business rules. We're putting guardrails into our models to ensure that they adhere to QA validation and DevOps best practices. Our models are built by experts with deep knowledge of the product and the domain. And we have strategic partnerships with great companies like Microsoft for key technology collaboration to deliver the most advanced and the most cost-optimized AI capabilities embedded within PTC products. Data privacy, security, compliance, they're all central to our approach, and they're guided by a governance board that oversees AI use in all of our products and our development. ThingWorx is evolving to meet market trends with AI shaping our product strategy. Our analytics tools have been helping customers gain insights, perform predictive maintenance, detect anomalies, identify patterns, and solve complex problems using our accelerators, building blocks, and our analytics platform. Looking ahead, we're looking at researching AI-powered app development and in-app AI assistance for data insights. The in-app assistant enables conversational interaction within your ThingWorx application. It's designed for situations where you don't know the questions or the answers in advance, adapting to how users work in real time. I believe the application paradigm is also dramatically changing, and generative AI presents an opportunity for ThingWorx developers to not just spend time creating and deploying and upgrading and managing their applications, but also directly interacting with the industrial data of the platform and generating a dashboard or an application experience on the fly. Today, ThingWorx is a low-code platform and tomorrow we'll be evolving to no code or generated code with the use of AI. We also have content available now with this white paper and an accelerator, which also helps you innovate on the platform using large language models. This accelerator helps highlight the best practices and design patterns that we've seen be successful in using your ThingWorx applications with Gen AI technology. It also integrates with ThingWorx Analytics to, again, offer predictive insights and bolster the recommendations and the result sets with this AI bot. It also has a ThingWorx mashup embedded within it, which allows customers to get started quickly in delivering an AI experience to their end users. We've received fantastic early feedback from our customers with the use of this accelerator and this white paper, and we hope many of you will explore this capability, which is available today on PTC GitHub. Further building on feedback that we've received, we've also delivered a new capability with ThingWorx 10.0 for our AI assistant. This is an in-product AI chatbot that allows for quick data insights on data that you've contextualized within ThingWorx. It uses an agentic AI architecture with ThingWorx, with built-in security, role-based access control, and PTC's AI governance, which allow for security, privacy, and compliance. To create value at scale and responsibly accelerate your digital transformation across the product lifecycle with the use of this AI-based intelligence. We're thrilled to be validating the transformative AI capabilities of ThingWorx with select customers. And today, we're joined by Andrew Peckett from ADTI, who will share how his team is leveraging ThingWorx on the shop floor and how AI is further boosting their productivity for plant managers and factory operators. Andrew, welcome, and over to you.
Thank you, Chris, and hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Peckett, Senior Digital Manufacturing IIoT Engineer at ADTI. I'm located at our Kentucky facilities. At ADTI, we specialize in air handling products such as louvers, fire suppression, dust control, air filters, everything from your residential air filter to hospital air filters to the vents in your ceiling, the vents in your office ceiling even. So everything that has to do with air handling and air filtration. We've deployed ThingWorx at 8 different plants. We've currently got 30 machines connected, those being individual machines and a whole production line that we view as one machine, all integrated and fed through Kepware to stream real-time data into the platform. This has enabled us to monitor and collect and optimize information on our manufacturing operations, driving improvement, reducing downtime, increasing productivity, throughput, quality metrics, reducing customer complaints, all the good stuff. Over the last 5 months, we've been able to utilize ThingWorx to bring 4 machines, just these 4 machines by themselves, utilization up by 10%. We've been able to optimize and analyze our raw material and finished goods flow through our conveyor and better balance that, make life easier on the operators, make the flow better for the factory. So looking ahead, we are very excited about the inclusion of generative AI, agentic AI, being able to play with it and demo it. We're able to go in and have our regular engineers, our CI engineers, our materials engineers just come in and ask questions about the data that we've collected using natural language, get these data-driven results back that allow them to make complex decisions quickly and accurately about what they can do on the shop floor to both increase efficiency, reduce the downtime, have better planning, and overall just manage operations better.
Thanks for sharing. It's so great to have you, Andrew. Let's now explore how ADTI is using ThingWorx today to drive performance improvements and the art of the possible, showing how ThingWorx AI assistant capability can elevate shop floor operations to the next level. Let's get started, Seb.
For this demonstration, we will have a look at the ThingWorx application from our customer, ADTI. Andrew and his team are using ThingWorx to monitor and analyze critical parameters and utilization data for production lines across multiple plants. The utilization dashboard provides the team with detailed information about machine states for specific timeframes. However, complex machine data like this still leaves room for interpretation and many users might struggle even accessing the right data. The agentic AI architecture of the ThingWorx AI assistant has access to the Thing model and machine-related data, allowing me to query this data using simple prompts. Listing all assets defined in the ThingWorx application is a simple example. I can ask for utilization data for the top 5 machines for a specific time frame. ThingWorx AI Assistant interprets this prompt and queries all related data from the ThingWorx database. An HTML module linked to the LLM gives me the capability to ask for on-demand graphs and visualizations. Like this dashboard for the utilization data in the bar chart and the aggregated data in the table. Thanks to the context awareness of the LLM, I can always refer to previous prompts and response to make updates to the visualization. This makes it an easy task to add a pie chart for the total downtime hours of each machine. For the purpose of sharing this dashboard, I can apply branding elements like adding a company logo from an external web resource. Also, changing the coloring of the on-demand dashboard is easily done with a simple prompt. The PDF print feature allows for easy storing and sharing of any visualization generated by the AI assistant. Generative AI presents an opportunity for ThingWorx users to not just spend time creating, deploying, upgrading, and managing applications, but instead directly interact with your industrial data and generate a dashboard or an application experience every day. Today, ThingWorx is a low-code platform. Tomorrow, it will offer generated code.
Wow, that's impressive. We're excited to work on this transformational technology with our customers. ThingWorx not just enables contextualization to make data ready for AI, but also simplifies deriving Gen AI insights, leveraging the power of ThingWorx platform. Andrew, what do you think?
Having demoed the generative AI and agentic AI, we're very excited to be able to include this in our ThingWorx instances. The interface is great. The ability to use natural language and get actual, data and charts and graphs back, things that, we're able to export into PDFs and send out to people if needed. We're able to post them in real life. It's just made so much easier with an interface that's familiar to people. It looks like what we're used to using when we think about generative AI. And it's going to make it really quick and easy for our engineers to look at things and find, complex problems where before we'd have to pull data and compile it into Excel and have multiple people look at it. And at the end of the day, we're going to be able to go into generative AI and ask it simple questions such as, what production line on what shift runs this part the most efficient? And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. How can we get better? How can we make it easier for our production people? And what can we do to empower our employees to make quick, effective, long-lasting changes? And AI is going to give us the power to do that with the data that we've been collecting and analyzing through ThingWorx.
Agreed. Thank you so much for joining us in today's session, and I very much appreciate you being open to share your applications and your use cases to help us shape AI capabilities in the right direction. I want to close out the conversation today by explaining to our customers why PTC continues to lead the IoT market. When you think about ThingWorx, we are enterprise ready, and we have done scaled deployments at many of the world's leading manufacturers. We are built for scale, mature applications, extending and expanding on digitalization goals. We connect equipment and operations. We inform the design and the manufacturing and the service of next generation products. At PTC, our solutions are fully capable of managing the entire product lifecycle. We provide robust tools that integrate seamlessly across stages, ensuring that our customers can optimize their processes from design to service. We offer robust content with our applications, our building blocks, and now also with AI. We deliver performance-driven results with a proven ability to impact major business outcomes for the world's leading enterprises. Our solutions drive significant improvements in operational efficiency and business success, making us a trusted partner for executives to achieve their goals. And to add to all of it, AI is at the core of our product investment decisions. By focusing on these key areas, PTC continues to win customers and best supports enterprises with their IoT needs, positioning us as the unquestioned leader in the industry. That brings us to the end of today's webcast. We'd like you to do 3 things. Please go and upgrade to ThingWorx 10 and get all the cool features that we just demonstrated. I'd also like you to get started in looking at using AI and large language models with your ThingWorx platform, and you can use that and do that with our ThingWorx AI Accelerator available here. And I'd also like you to go and post your ideas and your feedback and your enhancement requests to our ThingWorx community. Many thanks to Rabia and Andrew and Seb for joining our webcast today and sharing their demonstrations and their perspectives. And many thanks to everyone in our audience for watching this. Thank you.